And we're live. It says you are live right on the screen. Hey, everybody. It's day 6. Did you think for a second I would have gone 6 days? I know most of you are thinking, no way in hell this man was going to go 6 days. I know it. I know a lot of you are thinking it. I know it. I know it. So, 6 days. I'm going to go a lot longer than this, too. Yes, I am going to take this on like Donkey Kong and see what we can do with it. So I made notes again, what I want to talk about, because my memory is struggling right now. I love you. I know. Let's see her. How's everybody doing today? Everybody having a good day? I'm not asking about you, Pepper, because I know how you are. You're spoiled rotten, you're big, fat, and happy, and you're needy. Spoiled rotten, fat and happy, and needy. That's my cat. That's Pepper. Huh, Pepper? Huh, Pepper Potts? Huh, Pepper Potts? Huh, Pepper Potts? All right. So, yeah. What to start with? What should we start talking about? Anybody want to make a guess? Let's see here. Let's go and talk about. Well, okay, so let's just go through what I had in my description. That'll help, right? So, praying, getting back into practice, but still a ways to go. Yeah, that's definitely accurate. I'm feeling stronger on my prayers every day, a little bit stronger, a little bit more, easier to get into, to start up, to get focus. It's every day has been a little better. I did lose some subscribers though, by the way. Those of you who don't subscribe to me on YouTube, and you're on YouTube, there's a little subscribe button down there. I would appreciate it if you clicked it. I've lost about 5 subscribers since I've been doing this 21 days of fasting. Maybe even more than 5. I didn't really start looking until like a couple days ago. But yeah, it looks like I lost probably about 5 subscribers or more. And it's one of those things, I guess people don't really want to hear about me fasting or about Jesus or about God or about anything like that. And I kind of feel sorry for them. I mean, I understand. I mean, I totally understand. I mean, there's been days when I really don't want to hear. I'm like, I'm not in the mood. But the truth of the matter is, it's a beautiful thing to think about, talk about, do. You know what I mean? So if you're so inclined, click that button. I'd appreciate it. I'm getting pretty close to 1,000 subscribers. It'd be cool if we actually got there at some point, right? I mean, I've been floating around this high 80s point for a while, and now I'm like at a low 80s point. See, what am I actually at right now? I'm at a low 80s point. I was like at 989. I even got into 990 for a little while, but now I'm at 981. So, yeah, right. It could even go down. Who knows? Today I'll probably lose more subscribers. People like, oh, what? He's talking about Jesus? So. Yeah. Thanks, man. He's saying I'm sorry I lost those subs. Man, it's cool. That happens. Maybe they weren't seeing about this type of content. Man, they probably don't. They probably want to hear me talk about comic books and horror, because that's usually what I was doing on my channel. And I like talking about horror movies. I love filmmaking. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love the process of filmmaking. I love everything about filmmaking. I love like all the nuances and setups and details and lighting and all that stuff. I actually really dig it. And horror movies are extra special because they're usually a little bit lower budget, and they got to be a little bit more creative on the filmmaking aspect to really hook you in. So yeah, I love horror movies. I love them. They're fun. They're a lot of fun for me. And then, there's comic books. Anybody who knows me knows I make the Captain Love series. But speaking of Captain Love series, chapter 2, right here in my hands, I got the books. I am in the process of getting those packed up and orders ready, so that I can just take them to the post office and dump them off. Monday's a holiday, so I'm targeting my first load to go out in the mail on Tuesday. Don't you give me a break once in a while? She's so cute. It's hard to resist her cuteness. Anywho. So praying, getting back into practice, ways to go. I do have a long ways to go. I imagine after this whole process, if I can make the whole 21. Did you see her bite me just now? She's all like, damn it, pay attention to me. To me. Yeah, she's pretty spoiled. Um Yes, I know. You want all the attentions. I know you want all the attentions. So yeah, ways to go. So like after this 21 days, hopefully I'll be even stronger at all of this. So, Pepper, will you stop walking on my keyboard? I really hate when you do that because you like bump things and change things, and sometimes you've typed stuff. I'm not a fan of that. I'm really not a fan of that. So, um, yeah. So bring steady, built up philosophical questions. Brought up philosophical questions about asking for things in prayer. This is true. So, like the last couple of days of study, it today especially kind of kicked it in a little harder. Um, Prayer and asking for things in prayer. Like, okay, so in the Bible, it talks about ask and it shall be given to you, seek and you shall find, knock and the door will be opened unto you, you know, like God, in the Bible, it kind of makes that loose promise that if you're a follower of Christ, God will give you whatever you ask for. Kind of makes that like a loose promise, right? And so I'm like reading more, and the book that I'm following along, the devotional, was kind of like talking about how Paul, never really asked for himself, and everything that he kind of asked for kind of had, a little bit of like contingency to it, right? So like for instance, it would be, help this person feel better so that they can serve God better. You know what I mean? So it's always like, help me with this thing so it can benefit you, in the prayers. Um, let's see, and I find that to be a little bit of a contradiction. So I have been kind of like wrestling with that, thinking about it. I mean, I think that both kinds are true. I know that God sometimes says no, so you don't get everything you ask for. I mean, he doesn't like say yes to everything. You know what I mean? So there's stuff there to be loosely, but that was on my mind today. Doubt is a funny thing. Yeah, doubt is a funny thing. I have been doubting I'm going to make the whole 20 days. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to push. I'm going to push. I believe I'm going to do it. I'm praying about it. I believe that God wants me to do it. I believe that God is going to bring me through it. But yeah, I got doubts, man. I tell you, I was so hungry yesterday. Yesterday was so hungry. I could not stop thinking about food the whole day. The whole day. Everywhere I looked, there was like memes of people's like steaks and ribs and chicken and beans and rice and all day long. And then, people talking about this, and then to top it all off, people like, I know. Okay. Anyway, I really am hungry. And yesterday was really bad, or really bad. It's not as bad today. Not as bad today as it was yesterday. Um, but yeah, yesterday was horrible. Horrible. Um, I really want a hamburger. Hamburgers are like my favorite go-to comfort food. I mean, I love hamburgers. I mean, I will get a Jack in the Box ultimate bacon cheeseburger. Just saying it makes me salivate. Seriously, it's that bad right now. Just saying out loud, Jack in the Box ultimate bacon cheeseburger makes my mouth flood with juices. I really love those. They make me happy when I eat them. Kind of want to do a little dance sometimes because it's so good. Let's see here. Supreme Heretic. What's up, Drew? This is my buddy Drew. So the fast, what religion, if I may ask? I'm a Christian, man. I was raised, my father was a Southern Baptist preacher. The church I go to, I think they might even be Southern Baptist. I'm not sure. So yeah, but Christianity, followers of Jesus. Um, yeah, I really love hamburgers, but I love God more, and that's why I'm doing this. So yeah. Anyway, if you guys have questions in the chat, please feel free to ask them. I'm just sitting here right now trying to think of what I'm going to say next. I've been, some of the things that I've been experiencing, I've been weaker, like physically weaker. I've had really low energy, but at the same time, I've been extra fidgety. What's up, Don? Don, what's going on, man? Yes, I did grow up listening to Petra. In fact, I was like turning on like the next generation of Christian artist fans to Petra just a few days ago. Like nobody, like I was sitting there. I mean, seriously, sitting there with like people who play Christian music themselves. Like they physically play this stuff. They study it. They listen to all the bands, and they had not heard of Petra. And that's a crime because God gave rock and roll to you, right? Right? God gave rock and roll to you, gave rock and roll to you, put it in the soul of everyone. Amen, man. Thanks for stopping by, Don. Don, right there, has a comic book series that you guys are going to want to check out called X-Farce. It is hilarious, and I can't wait to read it. It's just going to be so funny, man. Oh, Striper too. Yes, definitely Striper. I'm not going to try and sing Striper because it's like way too out of my range, but like Soldiers Under Command, Free. Yeah, no, seriously. Striper was that's my era. I was in high school when Striper was on top of the charts, which makes me an old man. But that's okay, because you know what? It's not the end of the world being old. I'm like I'm a 48-year-old adolescent, right? So that just works, right? And he's a Striper too, right here. Yeah. So right here we got I follow Catholic beliefs, but I have to admit I'm disappointed with our Pope. Honestly, I don't follow Catholicism close enough to to even like currently know who your Pope is right now. But I believe it's like what, Pope Francis, is that who it is right now? Pope Francis, is that right? Let me know. He also says here Michael Sweet. Michael W. Smith was somebody I listened to a lot. Also, Michael W. Smith. Growing up, there was Steve Camp and White Heart and White Cross. There was Amy Grant. There was Steve Chapman. I mean, the list, I mean, seriously, I could make a long list if I just want to run down all the ones from like the late 80s. It's just, there's quite a few. Let's see here. Todd Lehman's got a comment. He says here, saw Striper first time in just a few years ago. Really? Just a few years ago? That must have been awesome. I wish they would come here. I'd go see them. It says here, my first concert was Petra. Oh man, I've seen Petra in concert so many times. They are excellent performers. Their performance sounds dead on like the album every time. And I mean, it's terrific. I really love that. Let's see here. Dominic asks, do you think COVID is God or force there's created a virus, let people know or wake up? I don't think God did that. I think COVID was created on his own. God let mankind do it to itself, and he's just going to probably use it for good, hopefully. I think God's just going to use it for good. I don't think God would do that to us. I think that we did it to ourselves. And possibly God's gonna use it for good. That's where I think. I don't know if I'm right or wrong on that. One day maybe I can ask God and he'll let me know. I'm like, yeah, what were you thinking about COVID? And he'll be like, oh, I wasn't doing that. That was you guys. Let's see here. Yeah, Eric Chapman was awesome. Yeah, that's accurate. I've been checking out some newer bands too. Project 8, I think it's 86, Project 86 or Project 89. I can never remember what that was. Let's see, where was it saying? Spotify. Been checking out Spotify a little bit. It's kind of useful. Let's see here. What was it? It was Project 86. I got it right the first time. And he says here, I listened to a band called Christian Death. It was Christian death metal. Now, there's a lot of bands like that, Christian death metal. In fact, I stumbled across a lot of them. I listened to was it Deliverance? What's the name of that band? Not Deliverance, it's not right. I don't. My memory's struggling these days right now. But there's a lot of metal Christian bands. Project 86 is pretty hard. You should check it out. If you liked Christian metal, you should check out Project 86. They got this song called Fall, Goliath Fall. You can just Google that on Fall, Goliath Fall on YouTube. The music video will come up. It's actually like, it's pretty hardcore, but it's not like metal. It's metal, but it's not like heavy, like, it's got a more of a I don't know, who would I compare it to? Maybe Rage Against the Machine kind of sound to it, Let's see here. He goes, my wording is messed up because of this keyboard. That happens, man. That happens. No worries, man. Switch foot. Yes. Newsboys. Yeah, those are good ones. What do you think of religious movies and shows? I don't know, man. Sometimes they just aren't that entertaining. They're usually poorly filmed, poorly acted, usually poorly directed. I'm always disappointed because I would want for something good, you know what I mean? But when something good comes, it's like, yeah. But it's so few and far between that we get a good Christian movie or television show. So few and far between. I wish somebody would be able to like step up that game. I would do it, but I don't think anybody with money in the Christian community would throw money at me to make a movie. I think this ponytail and the reckless past would probably be too much for them. Maybe someday, who knows? Who knows? Don's just hitting the movie. He's just hitting Disciple. He's just coming out the Chosen. He's just coming out with him. Phil Kiggy. Yeah, you guys are just going down the list of history on these things. Yeah, there is so many good bands out there. Deliverance. Yeah, I think that was right. Deliverance is the name of the band, and I got it right. When I say Deliverance, I think of the movie, and it's like associating that and the band the same things. It's really weird because Deliverance isn't like a Christian thing at all, the movie wise. The band, yeah. Touched by an Angel with Roma Downey was awesome to this day. You know what? That was a pretty good show. I don't know how much of a Christian show that was, but the heavenly aspect of it, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. I feel like that was about as much the Christian show as the movie Michael. With seriously, that I am forgetting this name is pathetic, right? Yeah, see, this is my memory going to crap. I had a bad memory before lacking food. Now it's just desired. It's just messed up. Somebody help me here in the chat so I don't have to Google it. Who is... Come on. All right, I'm going to Google it. Because I cannot... He's such a famous actor, too. He's like in everything. And I just cannot remember his name. It's just slipping me. It's just slipping me. This is horrible. Have you horrible? John Travolta. God, you see what I am just broken. I am just broken. Something needs to fix. I could not remember John Travolta's name to save my life just then. If I had a gun against my head, we're going to shoot you. If you don't remember, who is that? I mean, shoot, I can't remember. Brock Healy movie. I have not seen that. If there's a link on YouTube to a trailer or something, fire it over to me, man. You know how to get me. Let's see here. John Travolta. Yeah. Thank you very much, Maria. You are I mean, Mariah. Yes, you are exactly right. You are exactly right. Exactly correct. That is 120% correct. 120%. Um, have you seen the Lucifer show? I have not watched that yet. I'm a little bit biased to watching that because there was a long time ago. I actually pitched a show that is very close to that, and I kind of have a little bit gut feeling that they might have ripped off my idea. So that seems a little petty to worry about it, but I just can't bring myself to watch it because of that. Is not trying to bring evil into this, but there are shows and movies that have dark religious horror like that Exorcist. Yeah, you know me, Dom. I'm a horror fan. You know, what I mean, I'm you're not gonna put off this show. So, she's like, I couldn't type it fast enough to help. It's totally cool. I am so glad you're here hanging out and that you did throw in. Great to see you here, and thank you for coming and thank you for participating and thank you for trying to help. I appreciate it. I really, 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 really do. He says, good catching up with you. Take care. God bless. Hey man, yeah, hit me up. You have my text. Text me, man, or something, so we can catch up on stuff. Um, anyway, Pepper comes back. You see this? She just walks up and just knows I'm gonna start petting her. I'll do it like subconsciously. I will pet this cat and not even know I'm doing it. Yeah. So, is there anything I wanted to talk about beyond all that? Anybody have questions? Again, you can still ask them. If you watch this later when it's not live and you have a question, drop it in the chat. Oh, I didn't look in the Facebook questions. I'm neglecting. Don't bite me. I'm neglecting the Facebook audience. There's very possible because Facebook has not been throwing the chats into the chat. Because they're lame right now. They had like a remodel or redesign a little bit, and they didn't get everything. So, and that's one of the things they didn't get. And we have Amber Dawn, food, LOL. Yeah, food. Yeah, I like food. I miss food. Me and Dominic are watching. Dominic and Claire, yeah, cool. So Sparkle's in the chat watching. What's up, Sparkle? Sparkle's one of my best friends. She's a real cool, really, really, really cool person. If you don't follow her on YouTube, Everything Sparkle TV, or on Twitter, fitness_sparkle, or on Facebook, Everything Sparkle Show, you need to, because she's like super cool. She puts on a great show. I'm actually helping her put on the show now. I've been doing the production for the show for a couple of episodes. I've helped her with other episodes of the past, but now it's like a regular thing. We're going to be doing this pretty regular. She's, basically completely awesome media team now. So, yeah, we're going to be doing great things in the future. Stay tuned for that because it's going to be awesome. Don, I see that you're saying you got to go. God bless you. Take care, buddy. Good to see you here. Appreciate it. See here, does a Christian movie have to mention Jesus, or are the values enough? That's a good question. I would say the true answer to that is subjective. I would say that what would qualify it as Christian probably is the intentions of the people making it. That's truly what I would identify a Christian movie as. So, like, if their intention is to, pretty much make sure people are aware of the message, then I think that would qualify it as a Christian movie. I really don't know what qualifies it as. I mean, maybe it's like who produces it or whatever. I'm gonna have to research that. What qualifies a Christian movie? There's probably like a million different opinions on that. My opinion is one that deals with the subject matter. And let's see. Which is move I think is perfect instead of remake of reboot the original. Keyboard issues. Which is movie that I think is perfect instead of a remake or reboot? I honestly am not exactly sure what you're asking there, but it's maybe says which movie that I think is perfect. Oh wait, are you talking about the Exorcist sequel? Give me some clarification on that, Don. I got no, I got no, I mean, Dom, I got no idea on what you mean right there. Um, and then he's saying hi to Sparkle here and saying goodbye to Don. By the way, Dominic is a filmmaker himself. He's done a couple little short films. He's a young guy. He's gonna be, if he keeps at it, he's gonna learn a lot. And by the time he's my age, he's probably gonna have made a couple of feature films. You're probably gonna know his name. Just saying. But he's got to keep at it. He's really got to keep at it. No giving up, Dom. No giving up. So I think we've killed enough time here. It's been 25 minutes. I appreciate everybody for coming out. Day 6. I'm still here, still pushing along. Tomorrow is day 7. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what time we'll be doing a broadcast. Probably be a little bit later than even today, because I volunteer at my church, and I will be there in the morning. I actually might be able to do the same time as today. It really depends on how long I hang around. I am actually running the lights on the early service, the 9 o'clock service online. So if you guys are interested in what that looks like, well, Drew's running these lights. Let's see. If you Clovis Hills Church. I'll probably try and share the link if I can remember to. I'm usually too busy to stop and share the link because everything's just going, and it's like when the service starts, I'm immediately working. You know what I mean? I'm immediately running lights. But let's see. I separate the comment question. They're making Exorcist sequel, and I think that is a move that is perfect instead of remaking or rebooting the intro. Yeah, I think that's probably wise to make another movie on the same storyline that's pre-existing versus than just remaking another movie again, second, third time, sometimes fourth time. What is up with rebooting a fourth movie? The fourth, it's like we got it we got it by the third time. You mean what? How are you going to change the story on the fourth time telling it to us? Really? How are you going to do it? Like I've seen, like even of the classics, like say Cinderella. I've probably seen 6 different iterations of Cinderella, like 6 different ways the story told. If you guys are hearing my lisp a lot, it's because I forgot to take my retainer out before I did live. So I'm sitting here wearing my retainers. You might hear a little bit of a lisp when I'm talking. Sorry about that. Is that a question? Well, if it's a question, then I hopefully answered it. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming today, and I shall be watching out for you guys, and you guys are in my prayers. Black Dom. Oh, Black Dom and Claire. Black Dom. You mean Dom Matthews? My friends. I don't know what to do with my friends sometimes. It says here, thank you. Made my post saying break. Thank you, Drew. I made a post saying I'm taking a break from directing so I can learn more about movie making and perfecting my craft. That's always a good thing. If you feel as though you need to stop so that you can do some more learning, that is a good move across the board. I would say that's definitely a good move across the board. And unless, I mean, I don't think there's anybody, even the greats, even the greats probably have a lot more that they could learn. And you notice that they don't make movies all the time. They're usually like on one movie, and sometimes they'll go to a second one because it's like right there, but sometimes they'll wait a few years before they make another movie. It's just how it goes, right? So yeah, I mean, if you're waiting, that's a good thing. Yeah, so all right, on that note, since it looks like we caught all the comments and everything up to this point, I will talk to you guys all later, And you guys have a great day. And I hope that oh wait, I was telling my story about tomorrow. I got interrupted by the thing tomorrow, right? So like tomorrow, my broadcast, I'm not exactly sure what time I'll hit. There's an 11 o'clock outdoor service at my church. I would like to attend that service. I mean, I'm sure the sermon and the songs are going to be exactly the same. But I kind of like want to attend. The downside is they're going to be doing a picnic afterwards where they're going to be serving hamburgers and hot dogs, and I can't have none. And hamburgers are my favorite. Hamburgers are my favorite. I'm like, why are you guys serving food during the 21 days of fasting and prayer? That's just cruel. But most of them aren't fasting food. So it's, this is my fault. So anyway, Friday the 13 movies are a perfect example of making this. Yeah, pretty much, those, yeah, I don't want to get into that. That's a rabbit hole I don't want to start on right now. We'll talk about that another time because we'll have plenty of time to talk about that. Anybody, thank you so much for coming and watching and hanging out, and I'll see you tomorrow.